day. Tiny Moo had never stepped into a gym before. But one morning, after seeing a Get Fit Fast poster, he puffed up with determination. He imagined lifting weights like a pro, his muscles rippling in slow motion. "Today's the day," he cheered, headphones bouncing as he marched out. He had no idea how wrong things were about to go. As Moo entered the gym, everything looked intense. Heavy weights clanged. Loud grunts echoed. He gulped, adjusting his headphones like armor. He waddled over to a treadmill, pressed random buttons, and instantly, the machine shot forward. Moo flew back like a pancake. "Oh, okay. Maybe something lighter," Moo mumbled, eyeing the smallest dumbbells. He picked them up and promptly dropped one on his hoof. "Ouch! Okay, these must be cursed." He gave the weights a suspicious glare. Around him, gym pros lifted double his size with no effort. Moo felt very, very small. "I've seen yoga online. Easy peasy," Moo declared confidently. He unrolled a pink mat, striking a pose called downward cow. His legs shook, tail wobbled, and splat! He flopped flat like melted butter, legs spread in all directions. The yoga instructor raised an eyebrow. Moo just gave a shaky thumbs up. Trying to look pro, Moo strutted to the juice bar. "One protein shake, please," he said proudly. One sip later, his eyes bulged. "Is this socks blended with glue?" he gagged, tongue out, wobbling like a cartoon. Other gym goers laughed. Moo forced a grin, vowing to never drink mystery shakes again. Moo passed by a giant mirror and paused. He tried flexing again just like the poster. But instead of rippling muscles, he saw a pudgy calf. With shaking knees, his smile faded a little. Was this gym thing actually working? Or was he just embarrassing himself more? Just as Moo turned to leave, a deep voice called out, "Hey, new guy, you showed up. That's what matters." It came from a giant buffalo with sweatbands and a gentle grin. Moo blinked, surprised. For the first time today, he felt a tiny spark of pride in his wobbly little legs. Reinvigorated, Moo grabbed a resistance band. He pulled and flew backward. Tried again, smacked himself in the face. Third time, he got tangled like spaghetti. Each fail ended with him giggling louder. A nearby goat chuckled, "You're fun to watch." Moo laughed too. Maybe failing didn't mean quitting. A group of baby chicks waddled in, looking nervous. Moo, still tangled in bands, waved and said, "Don't worry, it's tricky at first." They smiled and copied his silly stretches. Soon, a whole line of chicks were wobbling in sync with Moo. He looked around. Wait, was he teaching now? By sunset, Moo lay flat on a bench, panting. Sweat dripped, ears drooped, but he smiled. He hadn't lifted anything heavy. He hadn't even done one proper squat. But he showed up. He tried. He made others laugh. And that was more than enough today. That night, Moo opened a tiny notebook. Day 1 gym is scary. Machines bite. Muscles hurt. He paused, then scribbled under it. But I laughed. I made friends. I didn't quit. He stuck a smiley sticker on the page and closed it with pride. Tomorrow might still hurt, but Moo was ready. The next morning, Moo rolled out of bed, or tried to. Why does my butt feel like it bench pressed a mountain? He waddled like a penguin to the mirror, still in pajamas. This was a pain he didn't know had a name, and somehow, it made him giggle. Unbeknownst to Moo, the gym had security cams. Clips of him flying, flopping, and stretching played in the staff room. Laughter roared. But it wasn't mocking, it was love. "He's a spirit we all need," said the buffalo trainer. They decided to create a Moo's first day highlight reel. The next morning, Moo's phone buzzed. "Tiny Calf Conquers Gym." The headline read. His highlight reel had gone viral. Comments flooded in. "I feel seen. That's me on leg day." Moo gasped. He didn't just survive his first gym day. He inspired the internet. In a new video, Moo looked straight into the camera. "Hey, if you're scared to start, it's okay. I flopped. I fell. I got tangled in rubber bands. But I showed up. And so can you." He winked. "Now go out there and flop like a champion." Soon, Moo's inbox exploded. Messages from shy gym newbies, tired parents, even pro athletes. One note read, "You made me laugh on my worst day." Moo stared at the screen, eyes glassy. He thought he was just failing. Turns out, he was leading. "Moo, you're invited to speak on Good Morning World." A news anchor had called him live. Moo nearly fainted. He grabbed a tie, tripped over it, and fell off camera. Laughter filled the call. Moo peeked back in. "Is this live?" The anchor winked. "Perfectly." Soon, gyms everywhere posted photos of kids in pastel headphones. "Tiny Moo Day." Signs hung on doors. People wore band-aids over fake hoof bruises. They flopped, stretched, and laughed. Because failing was suddenly fun, and no one cared how strong they looked, only how hard they laughed. But not everyone cheered. One comment read, "Still weak. Just a joke." Moo's smile faded. Was this all just petty praise? He stared at the screen, headphones drooping. For the first time since the gym, he questioned if it all meant anything. Just then, a dusty envelope slid under the door. From Grandma Moo. "Mijo, your videos made this old cow giggle for the first time in years. You made a whole world laugh. That's strength too." Moo clutched the letter. He didn't need abs to lift people up. He had already done it. Moo stood at the gym's entrance again. This time, no crowd, no cameras, just him. In his hoof, a serious workout plan. In his heart, the memory of joyful chaos. Should he chase real strengths now, or stay the clumsy icon people loved? He closed his eyes and whispered, "Let's try something new." This time, Moo didn't trip. He didn't talk to a juice bar. He walked quietly to a trainer and said, "Teach me, for real." The trainer blinked and smiled wide. "All right, Moo, let's get serious." And so began the slowest, sweatiest, most unfunny push-up in gym history. Weeks passed. Moo posted less. No new videos, no flops, no giggles. Fans wondered, did he quit? Whispers filled forums, but behind closed doors, sweat poured, muscles trembled, and Moo kept showing up. Not to be seen, but to become. One random Tuesday, a short clip appeared. Moo, silent, lifting a kettlebell, face serious, arms shaking. He dropped it, then looked at the camera, and burst out laughing. Caption, "Still me, just a bit sweatier." The world screamed, "He's back." Now Moo trains, flops, lifts, and laughs. He leads beginner classes where falling is part of the warm-up. He teaches kids that trying is stronger than perfect. The gym painted a mural of him mid-flop. Below it, strength starts where ego ends. And Moo? He still wears those headphones. But now, They play victory playlists. One day, during class, the door creaked open. Grandma Moo stood there, cane in hoof, gym bag slung over her shoulder. Time to stretch these old bones, she winked. Everyone gasped then erupted in cheers. Moo ran to her, teary-eyed. Even he didn't know strength ran in the family. The trainer pointed to the climbing wall. Moo's biggest fear. It loomed like a candy-colored mountain. He took a deep breath, looked at the crowd, then looked inward. Step by wobbly step, hoof by shaky hoof, he climbed. Not fast, not smooth, but higher than ever before. With a final grunt, Moo tapped the top bell. Ding! The gym went silent, then exploded in cheers. Confetti rained down, music blasted. Grandma Moo dapped. Moo stood atop the wall, wide-eyed, wind in his minty hair. He didn't feel strong. He felt free. If you ever feel too small, too silly, too slow, remember Moo. I didn't lift the heaviest. I didn't run the fastest. But I showed up. I flopped. I laughed. And I kept going. He winked. Now go write your own first day. Cut to black. Like, subscribe, and Moo with me next time.